What's up everyone, it's Kelly and today I've got another swatch and review for you. I am super excited about today's swatch and review. Let me tell you, this is the collaboration of my dreams and I'm not even involved in it. So today I am sharing swatches of the new Orly and NASA collaboration polishes. That is right, Orly has collaborated with NASA. So this is in celebration of the 50-year anniversary of the last NASA moon landing. This is the collaboration I never would have expected, but it is perfect. But anyway, if you haven't heard of Orly before, they are a mainstream nail polish brand and all of their polishes are vegan, meaning they do not use any animal-derived ingredients. They're also cruelty-free, meaning they do not test their products on animals, and they're listed as being formulated without harmful ingredients. And they are really impressing me with their collaborations because they did a Lisa Frank collab and I just about died because I was in love with it. And I never thought that they would be able to top that, but then somehow they managed to get NASA. So I'm just blown away right now. And honestly, they are not the colors that I expected them to be, but somehow they are just absolutely perfect. So we've got one shimmer, one metallic, one black hollow jelly, and then we have a topper. And then this collaboration also includes some nail wraps. And the crazy thing about those is that they feature actual photos of space from the James Webb Telescope. So that's another just absolutely crazy. I never thought I would have actual pictures of space on my nails. As you can see, I'm fangirling a bit, but let me just show you the polishes. Then we'll talk a little bit more about pricing and where you can get them. And then we can talk about my thoughts on them, although spoiler alert, as you could tell by my enthusiasm, I really liked them. So yeah, let's just go ahead and roll the swatch footage. So as with all of my swatch and review videos, I am using base coat underneath all of my swatches just to protect my natural nail and prevent any stains. Today I'm using the Orly Bonder base coat, of course. So let's just dive into the collection. This first shade is called Golden Record, and as you can see, this polish and all of the polishes in the collection have these really special, exciting labels, and this one actually has a picture of the Golden Record from the Voyager on it. So the names and the inspiration of all of these are super incredible. I don't usually talk about that stuff in my reviews because I don't usually have time, but I highly recommend doing a little research and looking into it if you're not familiar with these names, because it's just so much fun. I don't know, I just love the inspiration of all this stuff. But this polish itself is a stunning, super yellow gold, and it's actually a little bit deeper of a gold base, but then we have this intense yellow, almost even greenish shimmer in there, and it is just so vibrant and eye-catching. And then we see that sort of burnt gold around the edges. It's just a really beautiful shade. It had such a nice formula. It gave me perfect coverage in 2 coats, and it actually ends up being pretty unique for being a gold polish. Moving on, we have the shade Perseverance, which is of course inspired by Mars, as you can see from the color and also the name. And of course, this polish had to be red, but it's actually a really unique shade of red. It's almost this like dusty brick red base color, and then we have a really intense coppery shimmer running throughout. And the first thing I noticed on application is that this gave me 1 coat coverage, which I think is absolutely incredible. The color itself is just stunning, and I loved the formula of it. It was so easy and smooth to work with, but I did want to put on a second coat just to show you, and oh man, I am just blown away by this color and just how easy the formula is. It does have that nice shimmer, but it's not pearlized, so you don't get any streakiness with application. You don't have to be particularly careful, and it will end up looking really smooth and nice across the nail. So definitely loved this one. Next up, we have the shade Spirit of Peace, and I was especially excited about the artwork on this one because we do have a cool picture of the Artemis 1, and then we also have a little shot of the moon on there. But I was also excited because this is a topper, and there is a lot going on in here. So we've got these medium gold metallic hex glitters, we have mini white matte hex glitters, and then we also have a golden shimmer running throughout. And I just think this is such a beautiful combination that really you can make work for any time of year. I can see it being very holiday inspired, I can see it being very springy and flowery, but I can also see it being a little like New Year's-ish, or even just a bright, summery, fun way to brighten up an existing manicure. Imagine this over blue. Ooh, it would be gorgeous. But I did try it over Perseverance, and I thought it looked especially stunning. I didn't know if that combination was going to work, but I ended up absolutely loving it. And of course, I also had to try it over black, and I feel like that's where that golden shimmer really came through. And again, it's this very intense yellow gold shimmer that almost looks a little lime greenish in some lights. So I thought it was just a really unique topper, and I love the combination of the matte and the metallic together. I just think it adds a lot of dimension. And last but definitely not least, we have the shade View from L2, which, fun fact, this is actually where the James Webb Space Telescope is located, and that is where the pictures are from on the nail wraps that I'm going to be talking about in a little bit. But this one is potentially the most exciting of all. We have a black shimmery base, and then within that base, we have a scattering of silver hollow glitters running throughout. And this shade is just so vibrant. I thought at first glance that it was just going to be a regular black jelly that had hollow micro glitters in it. But in that base, we also actually have a little bit of like a silvery shimmer. So it adds so much dimension and depth. And as you can see, it is incredibly holographic and super sparkly. And this is just in my regular lighting, which is a couple of desk lamps. But I imagine it is even more gorgeous in the sunlight, so I'm really excited to wear it, and it's definitely a galaxy manicure in a bottle. So here are all of the shades together, and I also wanted to include what Spirit of Peace looked like on its own and then over black, which I don't usually do in my comparisons, but I feel like it looked pretty different in both options, so I did want to show you both. But yeah, just a really beautiful color story. I think these shades feel very special. I love the inspiration behind each one of them. I love the names, the artwork that they have on there. I think it's just so pretty, and I think it makes the collection all the more special for it. So yeah, let's talk about it a little bit more. So yeah, those are the polishes, and like I said, I was not expecting these color combinations, but I feel like they are exactly what I would have expected from a NASA collab, and I think that they managed to be really interesting colors. I just feel like that uniqueness is what makes them special, but they're also very classically beautiful as well. So I definitely appreciated that. All of the formulas, of course, are incredible. I think it's so funny because I actually had the incredible opportunity to do collaborations with Orly as well, and my first collaboration with them was a trio of space-inspired nail polishes, and they were so completely different in terms of color, because to me, I always think of space as like blues and purples and blacks, and I feel like this really captured the more like planetary aspect of it. So I don't know, I just thought that was really fascinating. I also absolutely loved the art on the bottles. I thought they were stunning. I think they're just so visually interesting, and each polish actually has like a little personal blurb on it, which I just thought was so fun. I just love the little details that they put into it. Like I said in the beginning of the video, we also have 4 new nail wraps in collab with NASA, and they do have real photos of space from the James Webb Space Telescope, and they are just absolutely stunning. Each one is a very different vibe, and then we also have one that's like a more cartoony look. I'm just blown away. I think these are really beautiful. I think that's such a unique idea, and honestly, I kind of want to save these forever. So let's talk about the actual bottles. All of these polishes come in the standard 18 milliliter bottle from Orly, and like I said, they do feature really unique art and information on the actual bottles themselves. They do have the regular rubberized cap, which makes opening the bottle really easy, and they do have a wide flat brush with a rounded tip. I believe at the moment all of these are exclusively available at Ulta, and the polishes retail for $11.99 each, and the nail wraps also retail for $11.99 per set. So I'm going to link all of that down below. You can check that out if you are interested. As of the filming of this video, they're all still available online, but I do think that they are going to start selling it on the Orly website soon. So once they do, I will update that in the description as well. But yeah, overall, I am incredibly excited about this collection. I honestly can't decide if I'm more excited about these or about the Lisa Frank polishes, because I feel like those are just two very different things that I love wholeheartedly. Oh, and by the way, check out my NASA shirt. One of many NASA shirts I own because I love space. Definitely an incredible collaboration, super exciting, and the colors honestly just could not be more gorgeous. They are perfect. So I really like them. I'm curious to hear if you do too, so definitely let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think of the set in general and which color is your favorite. Personally, for me, I think it's the topper, just because you guys know I'm going through a little bit of a topper phase, and I just think it's so unique, especially for a mainstream brand. It's really not something you see. If you enjoy my swatch and review videos, please give this one a thumbs up. It lets me know I'm doing a good job. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I put out new videos every Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. If you want to know more about me outside of nail polish, I also have a vlog channel where I just show you my everyday life. And of course, a huge shout out to my supporters on Patreon, my royal astronomer Amanda M, as well as my cosmic Pacific Admirals, Rocket Man's Daughter, Paola, Ken, Rosie, and Courtney. I really appreciate your support, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a pretty silly fun fact, but it's not a question that I've received, it's just something I see a lot in the comments, and it always cracks me up, so I figured I would just tell you. So what I call these videos where I swatch nail polishes and then I give you my review of them, I call them a swatch and review. But I know I talk really fast and I sometimes kind of slur my words together, and I would say about 99% of you guys think that I am saying swatcher review. Not a problem, it's totally fine because I do consider myself a swatcher of nail polish, but I see it all the time in my comments and it always cracks me up because I'm like, man, it does sound like I'm saying swatcher review. And when I say it, like my mouth, I'm like swatcher review. And I feel like it looks like I'm saying swatcher review as well. So I don't know. That's just my fun fact for the day. I actually, in my head, think of these as swatch and review. But then I don't want to write it in the title of the video because I don't want people to be like embarrassed that they called it a swatcher review. But it is something that the majority of you think. So hopefully nobody feels called out by this. Because like I said, I do think it's actually pretty cute. And I think swatcher review sounds good as well. But yeah, no, I like to call it a swatch and a review. So in case you were ever curious what I'm saying in the beginning of my video, because I know I talk pretty fast and I know I'm also like blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I just say, what's up everyone? It's Kelly. And today I've got another swatch and review for you. So yeah, now you know. And I'll see you all in my next swatch and review. Bye.